Okay, we got the losers bracket final, everybody. Chili Mountain against the Bang Bush. We got a best of 5 in our hands and... Nope. There we go. We have venue pictures, images, footage, video. We got it all. So we have a little bit of this going on. Again, it's not absolutely fantastic. I would have loved to integrate it a little bit better into the stream, but I literally got that link to the footage from the venue in Paris as my stream was already live. So this is the best that we can currently do. I know it's not pretty, I know it's not great, but it's better than nothing. So there you go. Aldrich Pass, our first map. We got a best of 5. We are in the losers bracket right now. We got Chili Mountain against the Bang Bush, which is in and of itself already pretty interesting, because Chili Mountain is the team that everybody expected to make a winner bracket run into the grand final. They were stopped though, and now Team Oxygen is watching the series and checking out who they have to face off against in the best of 7 that is the grand final. For now, we got the best of 5 here. Aldrich Pass kicks it off, and immediately on a big map like this, Dehaka is banned. Personally, I'm a bit curious to see if we're going to have a ban on Nuborok eventually, or if Chili Mountain is going to pick him. That's actually going to be a big one, because right now, on Aldrich, that's something that Masquerade really loved to do for a long time. He plays the Nubarak, he goes to one of the prisoner camps, he just spawns a few beetles, distracts those grunts, and then starts to quickly channel it through and can sneak it in and a bit of a progress towards the team, which other heroes just can't do. And Nubarak is a little bit unique in that sense. But yeah, very curious how this plays out. So in case that you don't know, this is actually an offline final that is currently taking place in Paris. So all of the players are on site and play in front of an audience on stage. There's definitely going to be a couple of nerves coming in for some of them. We had some technical difficulties yesterday too, which is pretty normal if you're playing on an offline event. So you got to be able to, to deal with that. And of course it shakes things up sometimes as well. Hogger is picked early. I am a bit surprised that Hogger wasn't banned. This is one of those maps where Hogger gets banned a lot, and he's a regular pick on Aldrich Pass. Hammer time has been reduced then again, so they're getting rid of it. And now we have Lucio banned out because, well, the easy rotations between the lanes, he's great at that. And there's already Tracer for Dino. Yeah, that's a cool thing when you're playing at an offline event. All of a sudden you are having a hero like Tracer and you have a minimum amount of delays, so any Tracer player worth its salt is going to have a much better time in that environment that he will have just from playing from home, or of course in the case of playing cross-server, as a lot of these heroes aren't even chosen when they are. There is a severe handicap for the person playing it. Rhaegar also for a bit more camp control, so together with Hogger and Rhaegar they have now an easy chance to not only go for bosses but also take the camp in the middle quite easily. We still have Falstad up as a potential global that could be taken. I kind of want to point out, I mean, the Quasar's already picked Blaze, so I don't think there's a chance that they're heading into the Vikings. We've seen a few Viking games in the past, also on Aldrich. Lately it's more often happening on Towers of Doom. I don't really think that they're switching anything up there. The Quasar made his choice. He's one of the best Blaze players that we have in Europe right now. So there's that. But well, we got the ban on Hanzo, so no arrows are being YOLO'd out here. Makes it also a little bit slower and harder to take a boss. If you already have Rhaegar and Hogger and then you drop Hanzo into the mix, you can get these bosses insanely quickly. But it's more so about Nano being really, really good on Hanzo. Nano, of course, the replacement of bishops, as I said before, because of the Russia-Ukrainian conflict. I think it was pretty tricky for bishops to make it to Paris, so that's one of the reasons, I guess, why Nano now replaced him. In case that you're a little bit confused about IIR on the side of the red team, that is Svamgrotta. Apparently, arriving in Paris, he realized that he forgot either his email address or the password or something for his main account, so he's playing now with a different account here throughout the tournament, which you probably already know if you watched yesterday's matches. But here's Masquerade, and I talked about this. He's picking a Nubarak. I'm very sure that Bangbush is aware of that little cheese that you can pull off with the Nubarak on Aldrich Pass, but they decided to not ban him out. Instead, they banned Anduin, and we got Ultralisk now with Falstad. So all of a sudden, we have a chance for them to try and sneak in the prisoner camp, and on top of it, you have, with Falstad now, a global that they can exclusively run here. Okay. Final two picks. Tyrael and Sylvanas. Okay. Side lane Tyrael, look at this. Diablo, Tyrael, and Hogger. So they're actually playing a triple frontline, and a very strong one at that. With this, they could also go into Tyrael Judgment with Sylvanas as an arrow follow-up, or even Mind Control. So it's an interesting twist. Now, Sanctification would work here as well, since you have a lot of fights over boss camps or other situations where that would work out for you. But it's still an interesting adjustment that they're making. Banana Age with Kharazim. Yeah, we've seen a lot more Kharazim after Smexy started to bring the hero back into the meta. And with that, we're heading into game number 1 of the Best of 5 series here at the Masters Clash, everybody, in Paris. Aldrich Pass, the first map. Chili Mountain going up against the Bangbush. Game number 1 in the series is kicking off. Whoever wins the best of 5 will move on to the grand final, the best of 7 series. The loser of the series, though, is going to drop out of the tournament and will take 3rd place. On the left side in blue, Dino for Tracer. We got Ultralisk on Falstad, Masquerade playing Nubarak, going on level 1 straight into the Legion of Beetles. We have Dequaza on Blaze and Banana Age on Kharazim. On the right side, Henning on Rega. We got Swamgrotta on Tyrael, Lauber on Diablo, full double tank with then Skog on Hogger as the 3rd melee, and Nano is playing Sylvanas. And we're definitely going to keep our eye a bit on Nubarak and his positioning here. Currently, he's all the way down at the bottom of the map. They're trying to get some structural damage in, and they will do a fair amount here. The beauty of having a Nubarak here in the early game is that he can spawn a few beetles, and they can simply soak those tower shots up with the beetles and then get easy damage in. So, good job already in the early game, nearly a tower destroyed here. We see that a lot being done with Sylvanas as well, but in this case, of course, the play made by Nubarak, it's always easy to move in on structures when you have a lineup like this. So they can try and... Ooh, no, careful. They can try and definitely rotate around them a bit more throughout the game and see what they can get there. So a nice little play that a Nubarak is always good for. Up at the top, we now have Tyrael going up against Ultralisk. The level 10 choice is going to be interesting. There's definitely a couple of different ways how Swamgrotta could play this out now. And Bangbush and Chili Mountain, they've already played a few games against each other recently. And Bangbush, they lost most of those series, but they were always able to take at least one map and made it really difficult for Chili Mountain. So there is a chance that they are advancing to the grand final here today. And you can be sure that they definitely talked this through quite a lot, trying to come up with a couple of strategies after yesterday's matches, watching the replays again, watching some of the streams, just to see, hey, what do we want to do? What do you think their preference is? How do we play this? Nano on the run, but the stun hits, and that is game for Sylvanas. She's already down. Nicely done. We at the same time have still in the mid lane the 2 mercenary camps here on Aldrich Pass. They're obviously one of the most important tools that the teams can use in order to push the mid lane. So every time they are coming off cooldown, you will see players make a rotation towards that camp very quickly and try to lock that in. Even more damage now done at the bottom of the map as the 3-man setup for Chili Mountain is moving through the bot lane and trying to take that gate down. We have also the bed of barbs taken by Nubarak by now. And they've been doing quite a bit of damage here. The first tower is already dead. Dino still retreating here as well. A lot of snowflake mounts over here that they're currently rocking. Yeah, and here comes the party time. With level 4, we have again the Brute Force. We're also getting the Souls to the Flame. And we got the Earth Living Enchant. The first objective is up. That is exactly where we have to keep our eye on Masquerade a bit to see if he's trying to use that little Nubarak cheese that I explained in the draft. If he's attempting to sneak some progress in for the team, but for now he actually gets caught here, and only Banana Age moving in with Kharazim and helping him out prevented the death of the frontliner. And with Sylvanas and that rotation, you can see they are doing a ton of damage. What a rotation, damn. They nearly got a kill on Masquerade as they collapsed with 4 heroes onto the bot lane. And now they were able to take the entire wall down fairly easily. Nicely done. A single kill in the game, but both teams with aggressive rotations towards structures as they're trying to take them down. And here comes that little play. So Masquerade is already moving in, spawns a few beetles, 1, 2, occupies those grunts and could then start to channel, but Lauber is aware that it's happening and is immediately stopping him. If you're playing against the Nubarak these days, you definitely have to keep that in mind. That's something that you can probably still pull off in quite a lot of Stormly games and quick matches when you play a Nubarak here. But on the competitive level, most of the players are by now fully aware that this is a thing and are monitoring where a Nubarak is to make sure that he doesn't get the easy progress on the objective. But Masquerade loves to play a Nubarak on this map because it just gives them another option to pressure the opponent's team. And now Lauber's in trouble and he's dead. Lauber is down and that should be the progress on the objective. Sylvanas heads in for another interrupt, but Banana H, he gets it already. And now they can work towards that goal where the rest of the team is still trying to push these lanes out a bit, especially since the gate is very, very low. Ultralisk moved away for now. Nubarak still spawning the beetles and keeping everything occupied here. But you can tell that this is a huge threat now. Bangbush is already 10 seconds out from losing the objective. And they have to move in, which they do now. Of course, the blue team don't have to go all in on this one, but they are now in a massively good spot. And Nubarak can repeat that play over and over and over again throughout the game here, so we'll definitely see that. But, yep. I still haven't taken the gate down. I mean, I would have loved for somebody to at least damage this and take it apart, just so that they have vision of what's sitting behind. We now got the garbage fire over here. And, well, on level 7, also the Purge Evil for Tyrael. Level 10 is going to be really, really interesting. There's so many different options of what the Bangbush could do now. And both teams are still waiting this out. Once again, the play made with the stun. Sylvanas gets out. Nicely done, but the battle isn't over yet. Masquerade is going for the channel once again as Svamgrota is in trouble. And it's the third kill for Chili Mountain as Tyrael falls. Explosion on Ultralist. The objective claimed. They were able to lock it in. And the cavalry is already on the move as we got Skork low. Dino trying to move in for the kill, but couldn't make it happen here. Still big problem for the Bangbush. Not only are they losing out on the level 10 race, but they are also behind with 3 deaths, and we have the objective moving in for the opponent. 7-sided strike is now going strong. Sticky Bomb is coming in. We'll of course have the Cocoon too. And at least for the defense, they're going to have their own level 10, but as you can tell, they really, really need to synergize a bit to get some kills themselves. There's already a Lightning Breath, and it is Judgment. It's Judgment, and we get the Hoarder pulled and the Wailing Arrow. So once the Tyrael makes a move and starts to judge in on a target, we can have the follow-up from Sylvanas with an arrow. Should not be able to miss this, and then even the Hoarder pulled aggression. Big dive, by the way, past the fort as they're going for Lauber. Diablo in trouble. They go for Tracer. Where's that arrow when you need it? Too early. Arrow was apparently already used and they didn't synergize that well enough, and that allowed Tracer to escape, and Draga dies. Yeah, I honestly really feel that Nano needs to coordinate that a little bit better. They get a kill on Karazim, but now Nano dodging out on the stun. Nicely done. He's still in trouble. He's trying to jump out. Gets a bit of a shield from Tyrael. The stun is still ready. And Sylvanas falls. Lauber was of course in trouble, and then the Wailing Arrow was sacrificed to save him. But if they really want to get this kill on Tracer, they need to use Judgment together with the Wailing Arrow so that they can really shut down any recall attempts by Dino. They got a kill, and they still have Hog at the top lane doing a lot of damage here to the structures. So that's the good news for them. But they are suffering. The top has lost a lot of HP. The bottom fort in a similar situation right now. And at least the first combo that they executed on level 10 was not successful for them. So as it stands, we now get a 17,000 damage for Sylvanas. We have 25,000 for Tracer. Dino definitely enjoying the low ping environment that he's playing in right now. And at the bottom of the map, here we go. The interrupt attempt on the half as they see Tyrael. But yeah, that didn't quite work. Now the combo is back up. They have their ults ready and they could technically try and use them again in the next team fight. We already have a bit of a trap here at the top. Yeah, Lauber is moving in. 7-sided strike and is able to get out. But I like these little traps that are being set by Chili Mountain now. Masquerade starting to move back in. And down to the bottom of the map in the mid lane. Yeah, that they go for the next little move. Alright. So the aggression at the top side can still work out. As long as they get Sylvanas on the structures, they can definitely push this hard. But they know that there is now a move coming from the mid lane. Level 13 talents are available for both teams. And the next objective is up, where we're likely going to see Anubra going to make his play again. Judgment, and the Wailing Arrow, and there's the kill. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you get that combo in play. They even go for Dino, but they can't get the kill because Ultralisk is paying attention and uses the Gust. But here, just a quick note, check this one out. Look at the Judgment, look at the Wailing Arrow and the way they're coordinating this. So they're coming in with a Judgment right here. After that, the Wailing Arrow explodes right next to it. He has no chance to dash away anymore, and that is exactly the kill that they need to pull off here. They used it against Karazim in this case. He goes straight into the spell shield on level 13, but it is a play that can be executed against Tracer to have to play around their cooldowns a bit. But that's exactly how they can catch some of these squishies, false that included, of course, and take them apart. Sacrifices 2 of your ults, but if you get the kill, you still find yourself in a decent position. So for now, we still have Hogger taking the camp, and Blaze does the same now that they're up again. We have 5 kills to 2, both teams on level 14.5, which kind of shows you also that despite the fact that Chili Mountain got an objective, destroyed a fort at the top lane, and has additional kills, they were still not able to really pull ahead in experience. And they are making a play for the top now. Anubra got attacked, Cocoon had to be used so that Masquerade was able to escape here. But the combo is coming back up. Another 8 seconds and Sylvanas is going to have the Wailing Arrow here. It's a big cooldown combo, but if they play it slow, they definitely can use it again. Down to the bot lane, Ultralisk is getting value and he's going to destroy the fort here. So structures are slowly falling. Tyrael still able to look for an engage. Here come the stuns. Good Ancestral. Nano, nicely done. Already used his Judgment and also the Wailing Arrow. They didn't get a kill yet, but they're burning this down slowly. No clean execution this time, but still the chance to go for a quick kill. The problem is that Hogger is also in trouble. He's trying to poke out here. Skog missed the angle a bit, gets the heal. Still in play. 7-sided strike. Everybody's so low. The Gust from Falstad. And they get the kill on Tyrael. He comes in with the explosion. Gets 2 of them. Ultralisk a little bit low. Oh boy. Only 1 kill in this entire fight. That was nasty. That could have been so many more heroes for the Bang Bush that got dropped here, but they only lost 1. They're half a level behind. Here's level 16. We got the epic enter for Anubarak right now. So at this point, he can epically enter the opponent's backline in his attempt to stun out Sylvanas and get a kill here. But at this point, Masquerade, they're coming in again. Big stuns coming now. Lauba is in trouble, is moving out, but he gets killed as Karazim and Tracer both chase him down here. Let's go. Blizzard, by the way, they're still not fixing that little typo over here. There's still a space that they are missing on the talent description. It's actually kind of sad. So yeah, epic enter needs to get some love here. And we have another break. Jesus! We already had the problems yesterday, and apparently now we have a few more. Did somebody drop? Did they, by the way, fix that PC? Did they double check the PC where everybody seemed to be dropping yesterday? I still can't shake the suspicion that it was the same PC over and over again that caused trouble here. And I hope that they fixed it. Maybe this pause is only related to some audio issues. There were several of those yesterday too. But either way, right now it seems that nobody dropped, so that's already a good sign. It is indeed the red team that paused here. And maybe they just need a little bit of a breather. Because now they need to go for level 16 and need to get that. And here we go with the Afterburner, by the way, in level 16. Also, a couple of really nice talents come through, of course, for Chili Mountain. If you look at the damage numbers, we have 42,000 right now for Tracer. We got 29,000 for Sylvanas. The next objective is up, and the tricky spot is still that Bangbush can't engage without level 16, or at least they shouldn't. They also have to wait another 14 seconds until Sylvanas is back up, so technically they can still fight for the objective. We're now 11 minutes in. And gets a little bit dicey, so not quite sure how this is going to work out for them now. But yeah, time will tell. Falset is at the top. Ultralisk will have Gust. They only lost Karazim, by the way. If you look at the death count here, only Karazim died twice. Also kind of noteworthy how the experience distribution is currently shaping up. Most of the lead that we have for Chili Mountain is in the hero's experience, but they are now getting also an advantage through the passive experience thanks to the 2 forts that they already destroyed. But yeah, I mean, if there's a couple of tech issues, I already said it yesterday, I'm saying it again, get a high-tech PC. these things run reliably well. They're absolutely amazing, and they run like clockwork. I don't know what the French org is currently using there, but you need to get yourself one of those high-tech PCs. And I know that they are delivering to France. So that's the best way to make sure that you're not going to run into any tech difficulties with your hardware. Definitely a recommendation. I need to talk to them again. They definitely need to shake this up a little bit. But it seems like the problem might actually a bit bigger. At least up to now, we haven't seen anybody trying to unpause. So hopefully they can fix it soon. And we're back to business. Apparently Khaldor with a few issues, but they were able to solve it in time. So right now the fight's still continuing. Log off block from Skog. And they come in for the objective. Blue team doesn't commit fully to the attack. They know that level 16 is going to be there in a moment, and they don't want to lose the advantage that they have. They got a big lead already, and at least for the time being, they're happy with that as well. On level 13, we got the Sword of Justice and we got the Burning Halo, so they can't just sneak in a boss. We had some attempts on that in some of the previous games. Will of the Forsaken, we get the Headbanger now too. And of course, this is going to be a big battle for an objective now. And it's important for the Bangbush that they are getting a bit of a headway here. Yes, he's already checking what's going on here. They need to keep an eye on both of these bosses, and good for Khaldor to have a look at the bot lane, because Dino is infamous for going for boss plays time and time again. If you don't see him on the minimap, there is a very good chance that he's trying to sneak in a boss, and they are aware of it too. So they made sure that Tyrael scouted out the bot lane. 22 stacks, by the way, for Tyrael on his level 1. 34 for Falstad. And, well, we still got 7 kills to 2, slightly in experience. Nobody is executing a play yet, but we could go for the judgment, and we do. They're moving in for Quasar. A bit weird to actually see them go for Quasar here. I guess they wanted to shut down the bunker, but that didn't really work out at all for them. So they executed the combo, and I would much more like to see the combo on a squishy than on Quasar. It is definitely true that if you pop the bunker and the target gets in, that there is the chance for the blue team to save it very easily. But if you just unload all of your damage with a Hoarder Pult getting used to on a squishy, you should be able to get the kill even before that happens. And in that last encounter, they weren't even able to force the bunker out, so they got nothing for the 2. But now they're going for Quasar, and they are all low. Big damage, and the kill on Blaze. Blaze down, Banana on the run. And they are going for the objective themselves now. The Bangbush fighting back here. Tooth and nail. Going for their camp now on the left side of the map. But very nice to see the red team really bringing it in this mid game. They've been struggling a lot, but they lost their first objective. They lost 2 of their forts, and apparently that's when they said, okay, this is where it ends. Let's go. 7 kills to 3. Get those kills in, get the objective. But they gotta get there soon, because the blue team is not gonna give it up without a fight. No, they want a battle for it. There's the judgment. Now we're talking. And he still got away. Nice save from Karazim. Ultralisk is ultra low, but he's still alive, and they get the objective. They couldn't get the kill, but they were close. And one of the things that was missing was definitely the Wailing Arrow. Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas would have probably just on the damage numbers alone taken Falstad out. But he still had to retreat, and that is the first objective in the game for the Bangbush. So they got an opportunity right now to take some of these structures apart and maybe tie it, not only in experience, but also in infrastructure. Tyrael on level 20 is going to have a hugely reduced cooldown on his ult as well, if they go that path. And currently, well, they got 3 melees, they definitely should. Sylvanas, of course, so useful right now. Absolutely worth it here. Look at this. They are murdering that fort. Absolutely destroying it. Just letting it collapse like a house of cards down to the bottom of the map. We're going to see the exact same picture. Nobody's even defending there. They are catching Lauba in the middle on the other hand, and he gets absolutely crushed. But the Ancestral is in time. He's still low, and it doesn't get enough value out of the Lightning Breath. Henning was also cocooned, so he couldn't help. They're trying for a follow-up kill. They're going straight up for Rhaegar, but those Raiders are still doing work. Diablo is the only one that died, and he didn't have his souls together, so he is currently at 79. We'll have to wait until he's back in the game. 2 forts got destroyed, and they're now rotating towards the top to make sure that they're destroying the last one as well. So, with that objective, they are able to pull ahead in structures. Level 20, then again, is ready for Chili Mountain, so they will likely go for the boss. And Dino is already doing exactly that. He moves for the boss immediately. We have them now with the Trader King. for Masquerade. Karazim hasn't made his choice yet, and the rest of the blue team is just chasing away from the top side. They might even be able to go for a double boss play. Now Diablo is back in 3 seconds, but yeah, this is going to be a really interesting situation for the red team. Because if both bosses are taken, or even if just the first is taken, they gotta defend. That's a different ball game. But look at this. They're rotating over. They know what's happening. And I don't think he's fast enough. There's no level 20. That's the big disadvantage. No level 20. That's the problem. No 20. There's the wind tunnel. And they retreat. If there was a judgment or something on Falstad and he couldn't get the wind tunnel out, this would have been a disaster. But as it stands right now, they get the boss. They use the ult. Nicely done by Ultralisk. And of course, the objective is up at the same time in 13 seconds at least. So do you sacrifice the bottom keep? Do you sacrifice the objective? Can you get a kill maybe right now? That's the bigger question. If they can get a good engage with Tyrael and a quick kill, that might work out for them. Level 20 isn't there yet, so they're waiting for that too. And they have nearly enough experience to lock in the Storm Talent. The boss is doing work at the bottom of the map, and here they come. Storm Talents are being chosen, and Tyrael he upgrades the Angel of Justice with the Farseer's Blessing for Rhaegar. Now, it doesn't seem like this boss is going to get the bottom keep. So this is honestly not as bad as I thought it would be for the Bangbush. The top boss was not taken, so this one is still in play. The objective isn't lost either. The bottom keep does not fall. I mean, it's low, but it's still in play. And all they got was damage at the bottom of the map, Chili Mountain, and they got the fort in the middle. But this could have been a lot worse, and this is definitely a spot where both of the teams still have a big chance of winning this. Seven-sided strike! Lauber can't just get caught like this, and Rhaegar needs to be closer to him if he's moving that far out. Him getting caught like this is a disaster. He had the stack, so he's back, but the rest of the team is being chased here. Trying to go for... Oh, Tracer is dead, even without the ult of Tyrael. Even without the ult, it got interrupted. And now he can use it again in just a second, and there it comes. Fantastic move by Karazim to make sure that Falstad gets away. Nicely anticipated, but Banana Age is low. Still a kill on Falstad. What the fuck just happened? Chili Mountain, they killed Diablo, and then the entire team fell apart. Lauber is back to business. What a bait by the tank. It was all intentional and calculated, of course. Kappa, kappa, kappa. 9 kills to 6, and they steal the camp. What? Bangbush. What the hell? That was some sexy shit right there. Nicely done. Nanu, for me personally, in that fight, definitely a bit of an MVP award. He killed Tracer, even after the Mighty Gust interrupted the Tyrael judgment. And now he has it back already. They're working on the first keep here. Bangbush is definitely increasing their power level. It's over 9,000 for sure. I mean, holy hell, the entire game was such a clean match from Chili Mountain, and now all of a sudden they're struggling here. Quasar gets burnt to a crisp, and the keep is down. The keep is gone, and they are moving from one position to another, working on the objective now too. We're nearly 20 minutes in the game. That is some ridiculous shit right now. The Bangbush, ladies and gentlemen, definitely waking up here. That's when all these coffees have been kicking in. Okay. Blaze is missing. It's a 5 versus 4, and the Raiders are coming. They're not even waiting. They got Sylvanas, and they know that they can now push through the bot lane. They're trying to take it right here. One armor shield on the core is already lost, and Bangbush, they are on the warpath here. They want to go to the grand final. They want to take the first step to defeat Chili Mountain, and they're looking at the keep at the bot lane. 18 seconds for Blaze, and ladies, this keep is falling without any help of the Raiders, and the Raiders are still coming. Yes, Blaze will be back to business, but there's a big chance now to go for the core even. If they get another judgment out against one of the prime targets, they could maybe even get the kill here. The Raiders are on the march at the bot lane, in the mid lane. They're going to be arriving soon. This is a real tricky position now for Chili Mountain to be in. There's the cocoon on Rhaegar. They're trying to go for the kill. The Pork of Hogger is already happening. Rhaegar is back, and he could use it. Doesn't have to. The damage against Tracer. They have to bunker up, and here comes the play for Falstad. The bunker is low. So is the boss. They're taking it. They're winning it. They're claiming victory in game number 1. Bangbush with the play and the win. They take the lead and win it on Aldrich Pass. GG.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Brax's holdout, map number 2, Bang Bush against Chili Mountain, and well, I can tell you that much, it didn't really seem that Dino was too happy losing on the last map. He was also the one that got caught by Skok there. Unfortunately, we didn't have that on the camera, but that is a kill that shouldn't have happened. It was Hogger that followed Tracer and somehow got the kill after Diablo already died, and everything kind of fell apart at this point. So things didn't really look that good for Chili Mountain in the late game, but especially in the early and mid game. The blue team was the one that did just fantastic. So yeah, it's a lead in the best of 5, and I'm very, very curious to see if the Bang Bush can really pull this off here. Chili Mountain is definitely coming into map number 1 a little bit upset, a little bit angry, and you don't want to make them angry. When they are angry, they are brutalizing people. Look at the way that they're banning this. They are targeting, right off the bat, mainly Ultralisk. Now, obviously, Dino can play Genji as well, but here on Brax's holdout, heroes that you normally try to get rid of are heroes that have mobility. So Genji can easily traverse between the lanes because he can traverse debris. That's also a really, really nice ban. Svamgoroda gets a bit targeted since they ban out Zarya. It's another way that you can approach the 2-lane map by just having a strong 4-man at the bottom that will continuously take control of the beacon, and then you have to have a good top lane there too. Now, other heroes that are usually very good here is Anubarak, same thing, he has the mobility, Karazim is oftentimes taken, Hogger for the top lane, we could even see a Raxa, for example, if you wanted to do that. Muradin, he can also just jump over the debris. Anybody that really has some mobility is good here, because easy rotations between the bottom and the top lane will empower you to gank up on the solo top laner, and also play a little bit of a ring around Rosie play whenever it's just time to go for the beacons. So that's what we normally see here. Junkrat, Muradin, again, both of them have the mobility. There's the displacement options for Junkrat as well. We got Muradin on top of that. So more or less what we expected here to happen up to now. We'll see what else we're now gonna get. It should honestly be a really interesting one. Especially with Bang Bush opening this up with a victory on the first map, this should be a really interesting series. Because Chili Mountain is now realizing for one of the first times that they might be in trouble here. Chromie is in. Okay, we got the fake dragon in the house. And we got the crybaby. Anduin is here too. What are we getting banned now? Ban out Lauber, ban out Skok. And bans against Lauber are also going to be interesting right now. What are they prioritizing if they're targeting the front line? They can also shift a few of the heroes around. Keep in mind, last time it was Skok that played Hogger. But here comes the Anubarak ban. You see, as I said, anything that can traverse it, anything that is really mobile is strong. So they ban now Anubarak against Lauber. And here comes the Lucio ban. Alright, so Lucio is out. Brightwing is out. A lot of the heroes that enable these quick rotations. We could still see Karazim as a support, for the reasons mentioned. Give him a target and he can always just like jump over. And who else? 2 more maps for the Bang Bush. That's what they need to go to the grand final, to the best of 7. And by the way, I don't know if I talked about this in the... There's Karazim. Karazim and Sylvanas. I don't know if I talked about this in the first game, but the best of 7, as far as I know right now, they could always change that, but as far as I know, the team out of the winner bracket will have a 1-0 lead in the best of 7 grand final compared to whoever is going to win this series to move on to the final one. So, yep, there we go. Karazim is in. And this is a pretty clean draft for Braxis. Garrosh, Tychus, strong play for the 4-man. A lot of damage here from Chromie, from Tychus. You got Odin. And we just wait for Dequaza to make his choice. He needs to pick the side laner. He needs to go up against Hogger. Blaze is up. Rek'Sai is up. There's plenty that he can play here. So he goes for the Haka. That gives them even more mobility with the global that they're now adding to the mix. Braxis holdout, everybody. Let's check it out. Map number 2. The Bang Bush is ahead. Can they lock in a second victory? Or is Chili Mountain bringing this back? We'll find out now on map number 2. Game number 2, Chili Mountain against the Bangbush, Ultralisk playing Sylvanas in map number 2, Masquerade on Murden. We got Dino on Junkrat, Dequaza on Dehaka, and Banana Age on Karazim. Lots of mobility on the blue team now, as on the right side of the map. We got Henning on Anduin, Nano on Chromie, Skog on Tychus, Lauber on Garrosh, and Swamgrotta is playing Hogga. Alright, let's go. Yeah, the Chromester is in the house again. Chromie hasn't really played a whole lot during this entire Masters Clash finals, during these playoffs. But yeah, she's back to business. Shut up. So yeah, as usual, just mouthing off the entire time here. But again, she's excited. Finally gets to show off a couple of these sandblasts. At the same time, we also have the beta of the Storm. We got Ando in that house once again. I mean, he is as soft as a bunny in a pillow store. That boy, I mean, seriously. If we're talking betas, then we can never not mention the crybaby. I want my mommy! So yeah. But he's already moving in with the rest of the team, trying to get a kill here in the 4 versus 4 down at the bottom of the map. The solo lane has been established, so top side we get the Haka against Hogga. Nobody trying for a cheeky 2-3 split or ganking up on the top lane, and none of that is happening right now. But oh well, actually, as I said, we have a few heroes starting to sneak top side in an attempt to see if they can maybe get a hit in here. So, shut down instantly. And the pleb spray. Come on, you're better than this, Swamgrotta. We need a different spray. I like the reaction and the insta button that gets hit here. But if you shut them down this hard as they're just trying to jump on you, then you also need to come in with a proper spray. But yeah, they were shut down even before they knew that I wanted to gank him. That's how good that was. Awesome. Oh boy. Dragon's Breath on level 1. Camps are claimed by both teams. Masquerade, yeah, he's double checking, but there's nobody here that could help him out. Beacons are now coming up too, and it's party time. One of the things on this particular map is also that once you're losing your forts, it is gonna become much more difficult for you to hold control of one of those beacons if your opponent still has the forts and therefore the fountains on the map. So it can be quite snowbally here. And we'll see if this is another one of those games, or if they can still play this pretty evenly. They're already sniffing that out, and well, goodbye Karazim. Can Banana Age get away here? Yes, dashes up. But those are some clean plays from the Bangbush. They're definitely not being fooled here, playing around those bushes nicely. Bit of a progress for Chili Mountain. And the Stormbolt hits, and this time he's dead. The drag connects, clean kill from Chili Mountain. The retake of the beacon at the bottom of the map prevented the worst. Only 12 points on the progress. And that's kind of important. I mean, this is actually not a winner-takes-all map. So here, every single percentage point that you get matters. Every single one of them. They also break through the wall. We got the bigger they are against that front line, and Murden is going to suffer from that damage. Went once again into the sledgehammer over here. Down to the bottom of the map. It's now a bit of a weird 1v1. We have Dino against Lauber. And this one gets taken again. But topside, Masquerade is also getting chased here, especially by Chromie, and they're trying to retake this. Lauber gets ganged up by the rest of the blue team. And this is exactly all of that mobility that is now coming into play. Chili Mountain is just rotating from one lane to another, and Garrosh is not in a position where he can do anything about this. He needs help. I mean, can you imagine, boys around team? I need help. And Lauber is not getting any, so that wall is pretty much gonzo. Now that they're moving in from the top, they're trying to go at least for Karazim, but well, that ain't happening either. Maybe Sylvanas, now that they have Chromie here, they might be able to lock the damage in. 14 points for the blue team, still retaking the top. And down to the bottom of the map, and up at the top, the damage on the wall has been done. Both of these have been destroyed. And Ultralisk is moving up again. Banana Age with the yellow snow. I have no idea why you would ever pick yellow snow as your mount. I really don't get it. The first thing that you learn as a kid is like, stay away from yellow snow. There's a reason why it's yellow. Just don't do that. And Karazim gets taken down. I mean, if you ride on a pissy mount, that's literally what you deserve. Murden also falls. So all of a sudden, Bangbush showing their claws here. 2 kills pretty quickly. Nice. But Ultralisk with a big split push down at the bottom of the map getting the fort down to roughly 50% HP, maybe even more of those minions do some extra damage. They're trying to get finally some beacon progress, and Anduin taking this also on Yellow Snow. What is it with these support players all of a sudden? I mean, they're literally taking the piss here. What's happening? Everybody on the Yellow Snowflake. I mean, boys, come on. I thought you were better than this. 34, 36 on the progress bar now. So yeah, Bangbush is locking the objective in. They're trying to go for Chromie, and the Stormbolt hits, and the Chrome Star is dead. Gets slapped around a little bit. Nicely done. Dehaka with the Tong. And off we go. Another quick jump as Muradin moves in. They're trying to make their move here. Yeah, the play for Osvam Grota. Can they get the kill? No. They're trying to go for Lauber though, so they're switching targets quickly. And now with all of that damage focused onto the frontliner, he is dead. Easy kill. Garrosh is down, and Hogga is dead too. Yeah, it's a blow for blow in this game. Damn, kill after kill. Each team is always locking in another gank and gets the aggression going. First it was the Bangbush that got the double kill, and now we have 3 in favor of Chili Mountain. While we had the bot lane completely claimed by Junkrat, they were able to get the fort destroyed, and now Chromie died too. An absolute power spike here for Chili Mountain as they killed 4 heroes in total in that encounter and took the bottom fort. And this is not even accounting for the Zerg wave that is now moving in. So they got the objective, they got the fort, and they got the kills. I mean, they got literally everything at this point. Wow. Both forts are gone, and the situation that I explained earlier is now unfolding in front of us. It's going to be very tricky for the Bangbush to move into the middle and take control of the beacons, considering that they don't have a fountain any longer on these lanes and no retreat point either. And here's level 10. Level 10 and the push at the top lane for the blue team. They have a chance to take the keep down. We're 6 minutes into the game, and they can immediately come in and take this one down. I don't think there's any way for the Bangbush to stop this. Look at the keep just disappearing. It loses hit points in an insane fashion. Melts away faster than ice cream in the sun. What? 6.5 minutes in, the keep's gone. The keep is gone. And now their bot lane is the only thing that stands between them and victory. They're even trying to now go for the next camp here, setting up around the Bruiser camp. It's another 2 levels, 1.5 levels until level 10 is finally ready for the Bangbush. That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. Yeah, have fun trying to bring this spawn back. Yeah, of course they go for the boss. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, they go for the boss in the mid lane. What can't you do at this point? Right now, Braxis is their oyster. They can literally do anything they want here. That boss is going to march through the bot lane, and they can now attack this as well. Maybe they won't be able to take the keep down, but they can definitely destroy this wall, and they can damage it. That's about as good as it gets right now. Yeah, that is tough. That's really, really bad for the Bangbush. It seems like this was absolutely perfect for Chili Mountain. They're coming back with a vengeance here after losing on Alderac Pass. So now they're breaking through that wall. Level 10 is soon going to be ready for the Bangbush. Chromie obviously already has her talent. But there it is. Storm talents are in. Sorry, heroic abilities. Would be a bit early for Storm talents. And immediately Odin gets popped. Instantly. Because they know they have to use them here or they're going to lose a second keep. And then they're in real trouble. So they're pushing this back as best they can. But as I said before, even if the keep doesn't fall, it's taken significant damage. It's down to 30% HP. And any kind of objective that's being won by Chili Mountain will likely end the game. Unless it's a 95 to 100% setup. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. Also, we got the taunt on Garrosh. The flip, he just flipped Tychus into the middle. Now he's getting murdered by Muradin in the 7-sided strike combo. And they're chasing them. They're chasing them hard. Guys, with Sylvanas, there's no way they're not taking the keep. They're 100% going for the keep now. Chromie is getting slapped around here, and she likes it. 100%. And with that, this might just be the end of it. 13 to 10, a 3-level lead. They can play it super safe now and just simply go for the objective. What a slaughter. What an absolute slaughter. 9 kills to 2, and they just destroyed them. Absolutely destroyed them. Unless somebody is inting now, there's no way to recover from this. And Dino, I mean, is he trying? I don't think so. Goes for the Riptire. Yeah, they're still going for Henning. Anduin is being taken apart. He is not going to make it unless Banana gets stunned and gets punched out. Anduin is still alive. Okay, look at that. There's another kill. Okay, Tychus and Garrosh are both dead. Progress is at 72% for the objective. It's a 4 versus 3, and once that we have that Zerg wave moving in, this should be it. There's the light bomb. They want the kill on Muradin. Big stuns, big damage. Masquerade saves himself with the Stormbolt, and Quasar drags Hogger away. The Zerg wave is on the move. Karazim is back on the map. This is the moment where you're gonna try and end the game. Or are they? Nobody's moving down to the bottom of the map yet. Zerg wave is coming in. Dehaka, yep, went back to the Nexus. Is likely burrowing in right now. And it is time to party it up. They got the talent lead. They got the level lead, all those extra stats, and now they're making a move for Lauber once more. They want that game, they want the tie, they want to go to game number 3 on a clean slate, and that's exactly what they're attempting to do here. Big push for the core at the 10-minute mark. Ultralisk a bit low, but they are burning this shield down. The kill on Garrosh as Lauber falls once again. So do the hit points on the core. They're taking Tychus down, kill after kill, and so much damage on the main structure. Hogger is dead as well, 60%. Chromie, she gets slapped around again, went for the timeout, dies too, and this is it. 15 kills to 3. What a disaster. Anduin is the only one that didn't die. He's really good at running away, but everybody else dropped at least 3 times, and that's the tie in the series. Cursed Hollow, map number 3, and boy do we have a series on our hands, don't we? Chili Mountain just, I mean, they slapped them around like crazy. Honestly, the Bang Bush, rumor has it that they're going to play this one standing because of the ass kicking that they just got. I mean, those were some serious burns in game number 2. Holy hell. So, well, by now we got our 3rd map. Love that it's Cursed Hollow, and it should be a fun one. Because Chili Mountain is clearly not happy about the first map, so they are trying to bring this in quickly. Braxis holdout, very, very early pick into this map. I mean, 2nd map. We started Alderac Pass, then Braxis. Not your normal map rotation that you see in such an important series here, but especially the pick into Braxis for Chili Mountain worked out quite nicely. So, yeah. And they chose the map. So just to clarify this, in case it wasn't obvious, but it was Chili Mountain that decided that they don't want to have the first pick, that they want to have the map choice, and it obviously worked out incredibly well. So we have bans on the side lane. Blaze and Hogger are both banned out. They're definitely showing some respect for the side laners on the side of the Bang Bush now. Lucio gets eliminated. Other heroes that are going to be great here. Tyrael, of course, could be another one that gets played. Falstad with the Global. Dehaka. Globals in general on Cursed Hollow. And then Tyrael for Sanctification. And also for the Holy Ground. Anything that plays around the boss is going to be quite impactful here. And likely going to be locked in. There's Dehaka already, so they're looking at their Globals. Going full Bumblebee on us with this one. And Banana Age with Brightwing. Okay. They're hesitating quite a bit on that pick, and they are going for Hanzo. Again, Nano is the one that subs in here and replaces Bishops, because Bishops, to my knowledge, could not travel to Paris because of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Or I think that played at least a role in the decision to for him to not go to the event. Now we have Nano and Hanzo. And he is still really, really good on Hanzo here. Has played mainly Sylvanas there in the first one, but we'll see if he can live up to the hype and replace Bishops adequately. Vikings get banned out. Honestly, it's a better safe than sorry pick. You know that Quasar loves to bust out the Vikings every now and then. And right here, they just look at it, they're like, he didn't pick anything yet. We have Dehaka, Blaze is banned. They banned a lot of the side laners, so there's a chance that they're going to try to Viking it up. It's a bit sad to see the Vikings banned, because I would have loved to see a Viking game here, but I can absolutely understand the thought process that they went through. So, yeah, good ban for them. Stitches also banned out. That's actually something I didn't expect. Stitches being banned here is definitely one that I did not think would be a thing. But okay, let's check a bit what Lauber is picking for himself. I mean, Diablo's already taken. Yeah. There's Muradin, and we got Rhaegar. Lauber with a pretty traditional tank pick. I really don't understand why exactly Stitches was banned here. Were they maybe afraid that they're going for some Stitches and Falstad composition and trying to get some isolations going? Maybe they expected that there could also be a Medivh being taken. Then don't get me wrong, we've seen Stitches plays, and Stitches can be a nuisance, but why they're now target banning against Lauber? Yeah. But either way, decision that they made. Now we got Dayquaza, Nurel. And we have, at the same time, Ultralisk on one of his favorites, playing Maiev here. So that's definitely one that they have to keep an eye on. If they can control Ultralisk and his Maiev, then they're going to be in a decent spot. But have fun with that. Ultralisk is a beast on that hero. And of course, it allows also Dainu to dance around with Genji. But it's hammer time. Not only Muradin, but we're also getting the Sergeant. Game number 3. Curse Hollow, everybody. Which team takes the lead now? Best of 5 series here in the loser bracket final. Which team is able to make it to the grand final of the tournament? Let's see who takes map number 3 between the Bangbush and Chili Mountain. Chili Mountain against the Bangbush. The series is tied. It is a best of 5. And the winner will move on to the grand final. The loser of the series takes 3rd place in the tournament. In total, has 12,000 euros of prize money. All the teams in Paris at the LAN, as you could see with the images earlier. On the left side, we have Chili Mountain with Ultralisk on Maiev. Masquerade, he's playing Diablo. Dainu on Genji. Banana H on Brightwing. And Dayquaza on Urel. The right side of the map, the Bangbush victorious on map number 1, but they lost on Brax's Holdout, a map choice made by the blue team. We have now Henning on Rhaegar, Svamgrotta on Dehaka, Skog on Sergeant Hammer, Nano is playing Hanzo, and Lauber is playing Muradin. So, at the top, still got our boys setting up here. Yes, for Skog it's hammer time now with the advanced artillery on level 1. Curious to see the level 4 and the level 16 talents. We have with Nick very different builds now that have been introduced with Sergeant Hammer to the game. But even on the side of Team Oxygen, they are adjusting those builds depending on the opponent's combo and also depending on who exactly plays Sergeant Hammer for them. Hazu plays it quite a bit, Nick does too. And there's value to be had as we have Dehaka now moving bot side to not lose out on any experience here. Lauber was securing the flank for them and anchoring the play and allowed them to do a lot of damage at that top wall. So, yep, there they are, taking all of that down. The towers and also the gates. Even the side gate is now open, so they have a bit of vision now as well. Yeah, good for them. But what do we have down to the bottom of the map? Yep, at this point, still the plays being made here by Banana and by Svamgrotta. So both of the globals are finding themselves on the side lane right now. Muradin still toying around with Genji a little bit at the top. Nothing is really going to happen here outside of sprays. Finally, we got some spray game and some spray love here. No more pleb sprays. That's how it's supposed to be. And on top of that, they are now also looking in the camps. The first Bruiser camp is being taken. We got Ultralisk with another one here too. Down to the bot lane. Yeah, Masquerades. They're trying to go for the drag, but they can't claim that. And on the left side, it's up to the Siege Giants. So yeah, pretty normal early game. Not really a whole lot of aggression. We had a bit of an attempt to take some structures out all the way up at the top. But it didn't really do too much for them. There's a bit of damage that has been done, but nothing that really forced any issues yet. No kills, no full commitments. It's more about taking the camps and just going through the early motions. That's what they're setting up right now. But yeah, either way, we have down to the bottom of the map now. We got Dehaka, and he's starting to damage the walls a bit too. Any structural damage that you can get in the early stages is obviously nice. If you can then at some point get the objective and you don't have to bother with those walls anymore and can go straight for the main structures, the forts and keeps. That's pretty much the ideal situation. So far we don't have level 7. The adjustment, by the way, on level 4, the regenerative biosteel is now in. So they're not too afraid about the CC that Chili Mountain has. We don't have the siege tactics, which have for the longest time been the standard talent on level 4. But Nick introduced a bit of a new Sergeant Hammer style with his build. And as I said earlier, now teams can choose depending on the opponent's lineup of which way they want to go here. Level 7, of course, is one of the most important talents for Sergeant Hammer. You want to have that extra mobility in siege mode. The Haka still at the bottom. And another pause. Yeah, this seems to be a bit of a thing. So, again, high-tech PCs, baby. Just get those high-tech PCs. Those babies, they just run like a charm, run like clockwork. They seem to have some problems again, so I hope that it's only some audio issues and nothing that is really going to keep us locked out here for too long. But it's just happening at the 3-minute mark, just as we're heading into the first tribute, so not in the middle of the team fight, and I guess that's the good news. But as soon as they're ready, we're going to go in for the battle of tribute number 1. And we are back to business. Apparently some small issues on the side of the blue team, nothing major. Still had to pause the game there for a moment, but of course it's all up to the tribute. And Svampgrota, he has the flexibility of engaging in the top fight whenever he wants to, so they can turn this into a 5 versus 4. They got the global mobility. Urel is going to take a lot longer to make a move there. Masquerade with the interrupt, they're diving in deep, they want to go for Hanzo. Skok is there too, and Nano is firing off shots against Genji. Brother against brother, the battle continues. The Stormbolt and even the interrupt from Hanzo connect with Masquerade's Diablo as he's trying to go for the channel. The Haka is now moving in, so that's the 5 versus 4. Urel has now some space at the bot lane to do damage, but it also means that the red team has to go very quickly on the channel. Nano is able to get it for the team, and Urel is of course slowing any approach towards the bot lane down. But for now, nobody's even moving there. Instead, they're trying to get kills. They're going for Ultralisk, they're going for Masquerade, and if Svampgrota had another tongue here, he would have been able, potentially, to take Diablo on. But we got the first tribute, not a single kill yet. Couple of those experience globes are gonna be lost, but besides that, it's still fairly even. Both teams on level 7. That's also the big one, as explained earlier, for Sergeant Hammer with the Hover Siege mode. But talking about Hammer, just as that is finally ready, we get a kill. Genji goes in deep and is able to take the Sergeant down. 20 more seconds and we have the bosses up on the map. Especially with Dino in the game, you gotta be very, very careful here with it. Down to the bot lane, we currently have Ayaya sitting tight here. We still have a Nano also moving around. Careful. Yeah, if he gets caught by Diablo and Maiev, that might lead to a kill. Rega is split towards the top, so he can't heal. Rega isn't here. And that's exactly what I just talked about a second ago. They indeed catch him, and the two of them get the kill on Hanzo. Rega too far away. They get the tribute as well. 2 kills to 0. And all the way at the top, the Haka. I mean, he's trying to get the experience for them right now, but of course that kill and that tribute were great for Chili Mountain. Able to lock that in very, very easily. So yeah, for now, what do we got? We got level 10 soon kicking in for Chili Mountain. We also have at the same time Dino double checking what's happening around the boss. They themselves did not make the play for their boss this time. So they're just sitting there trying to prevent the red team from making a move for it. Which also works kind of nicely. With level 10, they can go for very aggressive moves, at least for the next half level. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they're going to do. If they sniff out that the camp is being attacked right now, they're going to make a move for it. But instead, they're now going for the middle. There's, of course, not a lot of experience missing for the Bangbush until they have their own heroic abilities. But there's still damage done, thanks to the Siege Giants and the 2 heroes at the top as they're moving in here. Ayaya also, Svampgrota, trying to drag those into range. And the rest of the team has now taken another camp, which finally gave them enough XP to get their level 10 abilities. They got their ults now. And this is where we have also the isolation for the Haka. And the stage is pretty much set for the mid game now. Up to now, it was 2 kills for the blue team. Each team got a tribute. Emerald Wind as the choice here for Chili Mountain. So they can go for a Genji bomb with Brightwing. Curious to see if they're going to try and do this. Oh, the arrows just missing Masquerade, so no interrupt. The BFG and even Hammer Time with Haymaker now. So they're going for the Lauber Haymaker here. Let's see if that works for him. Already, Banana H doing his thing. Triple stun from Hanzo's arrow. Diablo used the lightning breath though, and Brightwing is dead. The fruit fly got murdered. They got the fly spotter out and just took her down. Rega also dropped, and Dino gets a kill on Muradin. 2 kills for Dino's Genji. Now they're buddy blocking Svampgrota. They want the kill, but Dino He tries to engage into the range of Hanzo and Sergeant Hammer and realizes quickly that he will not be able to drop Rhaegar without dying himself. But they still got the double kill and could very well go for a boss. First they're stealing the vision and they're going for their own camp now too. Yeah, interesting back and forth here. But the problem for the Bangbush is still that they're struggling to get kills. So now we got 17,000 damage for Sergeant Hammer, 18,000 for Genji. And Hanzo, he's at 15k for the time being. Already, Dino, he does what he does best. He goes for the big PvE plays here, attacking the boss. And I personally expected the Bangbush to go for the boss at the top when they started to move there. But instead, they seem to be going either for structures or just escorting that minion wave in. That's a bit annoying, because, well, that boss is taken. So I don't think that they can take the entire fort at the top down. They might have been better off to just take the boss. Maybe they weren't quite sure if there was actually a play for it. But now they have to fight against the level 13 talent advantage. Chili Mountain is threatening the curse here. And at the same time, the boss is moving through the bot lane. On a macro level, that's really well executed by Chili Mountain. The boss and Brightwing at the bottom of the map to take the forts. In the mid lane, they got a camp. Ultralisk is now starting to move towards the top so that they can take that tribute. A lot of damage on that fort, so at least there's some value to be had. But here comes the play, and Lauba is dead. Lauba, without the avatar, just doesn't have enough as he gets isolated from Brightwing. And that is kill number 1, and there's the curse. Curse while they have a boss. That bot lane is in real trouble. And now they're, of course, looking for additional kills here. And they're diving behind the fort. That doesn't matter any longer. Dino is low and has to retreat, but they go for Nano and they get the kill. They get the kill, and Sergeant Hammer doesn't stand a chance there either. Another Swift Strike connect. Henning, he's on the run too. Do they have a body block available? Do they have their cooldowns? They're trying to isolate him away from the gate. And that seems to be it for the doggy. Henning goes down. Bot lane is already opened up. That keep is in a huge amount of trouble now as it gets destroyed pretty quickly. They're even rotating through their base. All your bases belong to us, baby. They might even go for a bit of core damage here. Especially if they get another kill now. And they do. They get another kill. The boss is at 50%. Mid lane gets attacked by the minions. Also true for the top. And now that they're dropping Sergeant Hammer and Dehaka, they can go for the core. Yes, they lost Durell, but at that point, it doesn't matter any longer. They're way too far ahead right now. They are about to lock in level 16. The curse is about to be over, but look how quickly the core is falling here. And the keep in the middle is also losing hit point. There's absolutely no chance for the Bangbush to bring this back. Chili Mountain, after losing the first map with 2 bloody games, they take the lead in the best of 5 with a 2-1. They take the victory on Cursed Hollow. Volskaya Foundry, game number 4. Boys, I don't know what to tell you. Chili Mountain is on a roll right now. Apparently, game number 1 was just a big wake-up call. The Bangbush, they locked in a victory on the first map. And after that, the Chilis, they just went berserk. First of all, they murdered them on the second map. They absolutely destroyed them on Brax's Khaldor. I mean, it didn't really feel like the Bangbush had a chance there at all. It was like a surgeon wielding a scalpel, and Chili Mountain was just dissecting them with every single play that they made. Then on game 3, it wasn't quite as brutal, but it was still a pretty dominant performance by Chili Mountain. So now they have 2 wins in a row. They take the lead in the best of 5 series. And if they're able to lock another one in here on Volskaya Foundry, they would move on to the grand final, to the best of 7 of the tournament here at the Masters Clash. Now, Bangbush went for first pick, and then Chili Mountain decided that they want to play all of the shitty maps today. So they locked Volskaya Foundry in. And I'm not the only one that was sitting there was thinking like, oh my god, not again. The first reaction of the Bangbush was also like, seriously boys? They already locked in Aldrich Pass and wanted us to play that, and then we went into Braxis. Now we're playing Volskaya. So the Bangbush was just like, Jesus, just okay, let's get the shitty ones out of the way first. Volskaya Foundry. Brightwing comes in here for the fight time, and it's Tracer and Tyrael. Okay, that is a declaration of war for sure. Yeah, Chili Mountain with a 2-1 lead, and they are going aggressive in game number 4. And I like it. If you're ahead, you can definitely throw out a bit of a YOLO play. Bala was banned, so they can't go into the auto attacks there. Instead, we're getting Tracer for Dino. He likes to play Tracer in that low ping environment that they're here now. That's the advantage of playing at a LAN, right? At an offline final, so yeah. I still remember, I've been telling the story before, I still remember when back in the day we had a couple of the players that were playing Tracer in the events in Germany, and it was just absolutely insane. Zalia, for example, he played Tracer, and after the first game that he played on stage with Tracer, it just came to me, he's like, Khaldor, I have no ping here, it's amazing. And he just obliterated people with his Tracer, and he was so happy that he didn't have no ping and could go for the most insane plays. The problem was that everybody else saw that too, and then for the rest of the tournament, every team that they faced off against banned Tracer against him. He literally played one game with Tracer, and then everybody looked at him and was like, fuck that shit, we're out, boys. That's not happening again. So everybody just banned Tracer out when they faced off against them. But he was really happy for that one game at least. Now we got Muradin and we get Tigers. The ban on Sylvanas and also a ban on Maiev. Yeah, targeting Ultralisk again. Blaze is also out. What's going to be the side laner for Dequaza? Urel is up. Yeah, and here she is. Together with Kerrigan. Yeah, we're going to get Sanctification this time. This is not going to be a judgment game here. No. They are moving immediately for aggression with Kerrigan, Sanctification behind it, and Urel to bully them around a bit more. Bigger question, is Muradin again going for the Haymaker, or is he this time going for more sustain? Because that Haymaker pick did not work out for them at all in game number 3. And that didn't do well for him, especially with Brightwing going for the isolation plays over and over again. No. There's the Haka, and we get Thrall. Thrall is the big one this tournament, honestly. Thrall is played way more here in the Masters/Finals than he was played in any other tournament in the last, I would say, year in Europe. So, yeah, Thrall making quite a bit of a comeback. But alright, Banana H, the final pick. We're going to go for support. And then we're heading into the 4th map. Could be the last one of the series. We'll see. Chili Mountain, they need a win. Bang Bush, they want to force out the final map. We have the full combo for Tracer, the old school Tyrael, Malfurion, and Tracer Trinity. Map number 4, everybody. The Bang Bush against Chili Mountain. Chili Mountain against the Bang Bush. Dino on Tracer. We have Ultralisk on Kerrigan. Dequaza is playing Urel, and Masquerade on Tyrael. Yeah, I feel kind of indicated. In the first games in the tournament, I already called that Tyrael is going to make, again, a resurgence here at the offline finals. That has been true for pretty much every single event that we had so far. And he's being exclusively played here today, pretty much. So right now, it's Banana H on Malfurion on the support side for the blue team. And for the Bang Bush, we have Henning on Brightwing. Skog is playing Thrall against with the Trolling Thunder. And we got Nano with Tychus now locking Dash in on level 1. So by now we had every single talent on level 1 at least represented once in this tournament. Lauer playing Muradin, and Swamgrotta is on De Haka. Okay, Kerrigan already sitting up at the top here. Malfurion is also a choice that we've seen, of course, a lot with Tracer, giving here that heal over time and also that overheal that she can get. Then Tyrael with the shield, with the Sanctification later, allow for a lot of plays and really make it easy for Tracer to be hyper-aggressive. So a lot of the responsibility to get the damage in and really control the game hinges now on Dino and the plays that he can pull off here. And it's not really a problem for him, honestly. I mean, Dino should be pretty happy with this. Don't think that this is going to be a problem for him in the slightest. I mean, he loves Tracer just in general, and now he's playing it also in a low ping environment, which makes, of course, a lot more plays possible for him. Level 1 for Kerrigan, the Fury of the Swarm. Once more, up to the top side, we got Ultralisk against Henning, and hello, the Invade, the Bang Bush, with some early game aggression. That might backfire now. Yeah, they are trying to go for the camp and the kill. They want the items. They're not only going for their own camp, but they really want a bit more than that. They're going for the early battle, and the drag connects. They go for Tyrael, but they cannot get the kill, and Masquerade got the shield out. The Stormbolt once more on Dino, but zips away. Nobody blocking, working out for them, and they got to retreat. So they couldn't get the kill here, and now they have to take their own camp as Chili Mountain focuses on the turret. locks the first item in for themselves. And of course, we see the same thing now happening on the right side of the map. Volskaya is still a map where it is incredibly important that you get item control that you can use during these fights. Nice dodge by Svamgrota, and the spray is out immediately. Yeah, good for him. The guys have quite a lot of fun here. I mean, offline events obviously always have a special character. There's a lot of stuff that happens there. It's cool for the players to spend some time together. We already had some pictures of them going to restaurants and just grabbing some food on the first day before the tournament. Now we have the first kill in the game, though, as shortly after the spray, the Haka gets caught and is eliminated. So kill number 1 against Svamgrota. With level 4, we have again the Master Assassin. Nothing new here. You want that attack speed increase on the passive for Odin. And on level 4, we now also have the Thunderburn. Yeah, burn it up, baby. Banana Age, Hearthing back, and the first objective is up. Nobody has really gone for a big move around this yet, so they're waiting for some extra experience. Level 7 in particular is of course going to be an important tool to have in your 2 belt when you want to make the play for the first protector. We don't have Sylvanas or any other hero that would really be great to just push lanes. We've seen some of the previous games on Volskaya Foundry where teams were more focusing on rotation towards empty lanes, using heroes like Sylvanas to take some of the structures down very quickly and not even focus fully on the projector. But right now, seems like we're going to have that battle after all, especially as the teams are getting a bit closer to their level 7 talent that they can use. And there it is already. So, level 7, easily available, gives us also the Swift Retribution. And here we go. Down to the bottom of the map. We're currently having De Haka already here. We got Lauba. And the progress for the blue team. Quick Storm Ball comes through from Lauba himself. And they still can't take control of this one. So that's a bit of a problem at this point, that they are just running around the edges of the checkpoint, but they can't really claim a position there. Both teams have level 7 now, which actually gives us a deviation away from the normal build that we've seen so far by Thrall, going in with a follow-through. Not a fan of it, to be honest. You have a big nuke with the Ancestral Wrath, and you can get a lot of damage out. Follow-through, in theory, can be really nice if you have really good mechanics and are just working it out with the abilities that you throw out there. So technically you can get a lot of damage, but Ancestral Wrath, as we've seen in some of the previous games, is a fantastic tool on 7 that allows you sustainability and a bit of a nuke as well. So it would have been pretty cool if you would see that right now. But at least in this case, Thrall is changing it up slightly, and we'll see if Skog is making sure that he gets that damage in, or if he's going to suffer from the fact that his sustainability is not quite as strong now. First Protector is also doing some work, as you can see. Yeah, they're easily able to come in and try and take that mid lane fort down. Rotations on Volskaya changed slightly when Blizzard connected those fountains with the forts. It's not as feasible anymore to simply rotate towards the top lane and try to target the fountain there. Instead, it's all about destroying forts and attempting to gain control through catapults. But still, opening up the wall doesn't hurt. And if you can pull it off, then you can, of course, later on target this one fairly easily. Yeah, back in the days where those were disconnected, it always meant that the top lane would be the important one to focus on after the first objective, because it is where the second objective spawns. So there was always a big play to make. The Haka at the bot lane got a bit attacked here. We have an early level 10 Sanctification. As expected is this time the choice. No more judgments for this one. And, well, at the same time, we now have also down here Masquerade and his boys still trying to look for a kill. With the fort gone, there's a bit more room to work with. And they try to get the combo. I mean, yeah, everybody's running away here. Nobody got caught, but it's of course a huge danger also. They're sundering now. Okay, so a couple of adjustments here. Very different style from Skog. No Earthquake, which was the dominant ult in the previous games where Thrall has been played. He went on level 7 into the follow-through and is now going for the Sundering. Lauba, he moved away from Haymaker. No more Haymaker this time. No. Yeah, now we have him with the Avatar. A bit more survivability. Still trying to follow up on Tyrael. And Tyrael got dragged, got stunned, gets isolated. Jesus, they're absolutely crushing Masquerade. So that is kill number 2 in the series. But boy, that one hurt. He was trying to juke them out a bit. And it completely backfired since he jumped straight in front of Swampgrota, and Dehaka didn't hesitate for a second. Just got a quick lick in, and then they get the kill. So yeah, nicely done, well played. As it stands, we now have a pretty interesting spot on the map. There's a bit of an advantage in experience for the blue team, but it feels that the red team is slowly getting their act together a bit here, if you ask me. Yeah, they're feeling like they're slowly starting to get a bit more momentum in this game right now. Definitely doing a bit better. But the second objective is going to be started up soon, and then we're definitely going to be able to tell if they can, now that they have access to Odin and Sundering, if they can maybe take these team fights. It's all about controlling Tracer. Well, not all, but a lot of it is for sure. Trying to make sure that Dino does not pop off too much in these team fights. And yeah, controlling him there. So, as you can tell, still Dino with a bit more damage. Just putting some numbers to this. 21,000 for Tracer. Always connecting the ult whenever it's ready. Just keeping the opponent on their toes. There's level 13 for now too. So, yeah. They got the Chrysalis now. Already moving in for Dino. Getting the Stormbolt thrown out, but not connected. Sundering. Skok in trouble. And he's dead. Yeah, even with Ancestral Wrath, this would have been tricky. But he might have had a chance. Without it, though, that targeted damage on the side laner was just too much. So the triple front line currently breaking apart here as Muradin nearly died. He moved out of the way, though. And now that his trade is kicking in, and even Brightwing is helping out, there's no problem with keeping Muradin alive. They're still playing out a 4 versus 5 now. And it was a nice move by Chili Mountain. They capitalized on their level 13 talent advantage. And definitely did work with it. Now, it's 2 kills to 1, and Urel is starting with the top side objective. The camp at least gets secured by the Bang Bush. Chili Mountains, yeah, they definitely thinned themselves out a bit by moving Urel topside and having some heroes pushing the bot lane, so they couldn't go for the item. But they are pulling farther and farther ahead here in experience. And they're looking good on game number 4. Now, don't forget, they only need to win here on Volskaya, and they would move on to the grand final to face off against Team Oxygen in a best of 7. But if the Bang Bush turns this one around, we might go to the 5th map and go the distance in this series. And that would be pretty sweet. Definitely would be up for that. We had some crazy 5 and 3 mappers yesterday. But I don't doubt for a moment that there's a chance that we're going to see this again today. Because on the last 2 maps, the Bang Bush might not have been too... I mean, not too competitive against Chili Mountain, but they're definitely a team. Once that they get into nice Chrysalis, once that they're getting into their rhythm, it's a very different beast. But at this point, they're just suffering losses. So they're going down on Muradin and Thrall. Both of them go down again. Now even Dehaka is going to get dropped. Yep, he's not going to survive this. Neither is Brightwing, by the way. I think all of them are going to die here. This could be a 5-man wipe. They're sanking it up. They're going for Tychus. Now they're trying to move in for Dehaka. That's another kill. Ruthless. Absolutely ruthless what we're seeing here from Chili Mountain. Yeah, that might have been a big nail into their coffin. Muradin and Thrall, they died first, then the big move towards the top, the sanctification to allow them to continue fighting underneath the fort. They dropped Tychus after Brightwing, and even Dehaka didn't stand a chance here. And all of a sudden, this is a much, much tougher game for the Bang Bush to bring back. Up to this point, they still had an opportunity here, but now that they're losing objective number 2, now that they're 2 levels behind, now that they don't have the level 16 talent, that is a completely different ball game. So yes, Chili Mountain, they needed the wake-up call in game number 1. But now they're really going for it. And if the Bang Bush doesn't pull off a little miracle here, then they will likely take 3rd place in this tournament. And Chili Mountain will move on to the grand final to fight against Team Oxygen once again. But we're not there yet. Anything can happen. We've seen crazy comebacks. Crazy comebacks by Chili Mountain and against Chili Mountain. So we'll see if they can now play a clean game here, take these keeps down and then go for the core, or if there's an opportunity for the Bang Bush after they get their level 16 to get some hits in. Especially if Thrall is getting a good Sundering off and doesn't get killed that early in the fight, there's a chance that they're getting that one lock on a hero like Malfurion, maybe Tracer, to get the quick kill and then play a 4v5. For now, Dehaka is just trying in the mid lane to get some experience so that they get the next talent. but they're suffering a lot of hit point losses on the bottom keep. There's level 16. They're immediately engaging into this. They're trying to go for the backline. There's the Sundering. There's the drag. They get no Fury away from them. Tranquility has already been used, and the Sanctification is once again absolutely on point. Allows the play for Thrall. He's dead. Brightwing too late. Nano gets caught too, and Dehaka is also in trouble. He is about to die. That's 3 kills, 10 in total, and the keep is gone. They might go for the core here, especially with Tyrael. Yes, he doesn't have the Sanctification any longer, but even if he just falls, he can take another 5% off the core, and it's only 2 defenders, Brightwing and Muradin. There's just not enough damage to deal with this. Chili Mountain, they are on a tear here. Call them Buttercuss, they are on the roll. What a slaughter. They lost the first game, were clearly unhappy with it, and then afterwards they just turned this into a Farmville simulator. They're just farming the shit out of the bang bush, and they're going through them like hot butter through cheese, just crushing them. It's ridiculous. Kill after kill, speedrun after speedrun. Thrall is dead again. Wer hat noch nicht, wer will noch mal? Everybody gets the kill. 13 kill to 2. That's game. Chili Mountain, they move on to the grand final. Bangbush is dropped and takes 3rd place at the Masters Clash.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.